Welcome to Iscat, where learning comes alive. Our world, how we live, how we think, and most importantly, how we communicate, has changed so dramatically in the course of the last 20 years that the most important and ultimate challenge now for schools is to prepare students with a set of skills not considered in the time of our parents and grandparents. At Iscat, we're aware that the ability to work effectively as part of a team, creativity, emotional intelligence, initiative, are all skills commonly required in the job market of today. And our task is to prepare our students to fulfill these roles. Iscat's particular philosophy is crafted from our knowledge of how we learn, from the importance of self-esteem, from having an appropriate and individual challenge set for each learner. All educational research carried out over the past 20 years points to the importance of three essential factors in the learning process: the rapport for each individual learner with the teacher, the expectations for each child, and, very importantly, self-esteem. At Iscat, we address these factors through our dynamic programme of learning, knowing that for each child to maintain alive that internal motivation to learn and discover with which they are all born, an appropriate intellectual challenge must be set. To meet this need, all Iscat classes are based on the concept of differentiation, which means that throughout the school, children are always working in small groups, or sometimes individually, on tasks which have been tailored by the teacher to meet their particular learning needs. Our motto is that there should always be a challenge. No task should be too easy or too hard. And this, by default, necessitates modifying or extending the curriculum to suit all learners. Learning to work in a group brings many benefits. And from successful group work, we come to know our own strengths and see how the weaknesses of one can be compensated by the forte of another when working towards a common goal. The skill of working effectively in a team is not acquired randomly. Children need to be taught to assume responsibility for their particular contribution to the task, to be positive in their attitude towards other members, to be able to stay on task and complete what they've already begun. And at our school, this begins at an early age. And the implications for the future? Today, being an effective team member is one of the most highly prized corporate skills. All learning requires reflection, taking in new information and connecting it to that which we already know. In order to reflect, we need to be able to think ideas through as they are presented, consider, debate, reflect, draw conclusions. Inquiry-based learning provides us with ongoing opportunities to make these connections, to broaden our knowledge base, to make our learning our own. Having opportunities to personalise learning tasks is one way to keep our motivation high. When teachers employ methods which allow us to interpret and work towards objectives using our own creativity, we are developing critical thinking skills and at the same time developing a sense of ownership and pride in our own work, the best recipe for independent and motivated learners. At Iscat, we can take a common objective and turn it around to give each child a unique opportunity to complete a task in an individual way, keeping motivation high. When we have ownership of the task, when something of ourselves, our personality, our particular talents are involved, we are fully open to the learning experience and therefore able to take maximum advantage of those opportunities to make connections, to broaden our knowledge base. And inherent in this process is self-esteem, feeling good about ourselves, feeling positive about our achievements, what we can do now and what we hope to be able to do in the future. All this fuels our desire to learn, appreciating and respecting our companions and what they can contribute as individuals to the team effort. At Iscat, emotional education is an important vehicle for getting to know ourselves, for learning to value others, for developing a positive attitude to life. Having specialised classes in emotional education helps us to know and set our own limits, to make good decisions, the decisions that are correct for us as individuals. Children learn the value of the most powerful human emotions and how to channel these and use them effectively for their own personal development, but also for the good of their team and ultimately, of course, of society. Studies in the US currently show that in companies where employees demonstrate strong intrapersonal and interpersonal skills, productivity and effectiveness are significantly increased. The Forest Schools approach complements our emotional, physical and academic programme. Forest Schools is a Scandinavian initiative of growing popularity across Europe and North America. With a skilled Forest Schools practitioner on board, at Iscat, children build confidence in the outdoors, learning and testing their own skills and limits, using nature as a means to learn about themselves, their capabilities and the natural world. At Iscat, all students have an ongoing opportunity to participate in Forest School activities. Iscat's summer programme offers a unique and exclusive Forest Schools experience. At Iscat, as educators, our ultimate aim is to offer the maximum number of opportunities for each student in order to fully develop his or her particular set of abilities and talents, making learning come alive for each one, creating lifelong learners, emotionally, culturally and intellectually prepared to take on the challenges of our changing world.
Our official language in Iscat is English, apart from Catalan, Spanish and French. The teachers know how to respect us. They know how we're different and we learn in different ways.
A cada bosc, a cada granja, a cada hort del planeta, el que hi ha sota terra és el que crea el que hi ha a sobre. És per això que posar l'atenció a les fruites que ja s'han cultivat és inútil. No és possible canviar les fruites que ja pengen dels arbres, però sí que podem canviar les fruites del demà. I per aconseguir-ho, s'ha de cavar el terra per enfortir les arrels.